Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to our crazy farming simulator series. Down here, solid fertilizer right there. So the sell everything container is actually lower than everything else. The BallySpring garage is 1638. Where is the BallySpring garage? That's the sell everything over there. The vehicle shop, the water tank, the BallySpring fuel, methane station, the inn, the biogas plant, debris crusher, BallySpring garage. This is somewhere that we have never been before. So we will take our load of fertilizer and we will take it up the road. We need some money, and this is going to be a good source of income until we can get some egg production up and running. I think it would actually be a pretty good way of doing things. We will go up this way to the dealership first, and then we will take a mosey in across. One thing I haven't done is actually just double check that we've got everything that we need on here. I need to fertilize it all. That's the other thing that I've been looking at, is a fertilizer spreader mod, and I've been having trouble with it. I've been having trouble getting it to do exactly what I want it to do. It sort of does what I want it to do, but it doesn't do it quite how I want it to do it, and I've been having a bit of an issue with this. So I've been working on it, I've looked at it, I haven't really had that much time to look at it, but I've sort of tinkered with it a bit. Now, there's another thing that I was considering. Slurry spreaders and muck spreaders. You have the option to apply a double layer if you want to, and this is something that we don't do with fertilizer spreaders. And I was wondering if anyone has a fertilizer spreader mod that is able to apply that double layer. If you do, can you provide me with a link, either over in our Discord or in the comment section down below? Because I'd really like to take a look at the code on that and see if I can put that code onto some other fertilizer spreaders as well. Because being able to do that double layer, that I think would save us a lot of time. That would be absolutely wonderful if I wanted to do the double layer sometimes, because I was kind of wondering whether I could combine that with a seed drill and have a seed drill that does a double layer. I mean, that would be absolutely awesome. If we could have a seed drill that puts a double layer of fertilizer in, you wouldn't need to do anything else. Right, this would be the garage in here. It'd be single pass, plant, double fertilize, everything is all done. That would be absolutely fantastic if I could get it to work. But I'm not sure. I don't know how the game codes that bit in, so I don't even know if that would be possible. So if anybody has a fertilizer spreader that is able to put a double layer of fertilizer down, please let me know and send me a link if you can. That would be amazing, because then I can go and have a look at it and see if I can half-inch a bit of the code and make it work in other ways. So whether or not I can, I don't really know. Is this going to let me sell in here? Solid fertilizer. What do you mean it's not accepted here? I'm at the place to sell it. It says right there, BallySpring Garage. And if you go and have a look over here, BallySpring Garage, buying. Right, so clearly it doesn't like it to be sold there. So where else could we sell solid fertilizer around here? I mean, that is the one. Maybe it's in round behind. I know what we can do. If you go here, you go BallySpring Garage right there. Tag place there. That's the one right there. Like, it's literally the one that is lit up like a Christmas tree right here. This is the only one. And oh, now that's interesting. There's two things, like we've got this one here laid out on the ground, but then there's another one on top of it. So whether I need to reverse in a little bit further? Sometimes map makers do odd things. Alright. Odd things apparently aren't happening with this one. Okay, so we'll just go to the sell everything container that we got back in the yard, and we'll take the price that we can get for it there, and we'll do that instead. So what else have I been doing? I have actually, for the first time in, it's got to be years actually, because I didn't do it at all with FS19. And I didn't do very much with FS17 except right at the beginning of the game. I've been playing Farming Simulator for fun on my own. And I have not done that in years, because I've been recording consistently for like 6 years now for Farming Simulator. I've kind of like, that's my work, and I do enjoy it, but I keep it separate, and I've never really felt the urge to play the game more than I already play, you know, so many hours a week. But obviously I have cut down on the amount that I'm recording in the last year or two, especially in the last few months, because I'm not currently doing the Farmville series, and being able to play the game for myself is a lot different to setting up and recording, because if I'm recording, I have to record. If I'm playing the game for myself, I can pause, I can go and do other things, I can go and help with other things when I need to. I don't have to book aside time to be able to do it, so it's a very different experience. And I do get that, you know, people will say, oh, well, if you're playing it, you should just record it. I can't do it like that. It doesn't work. It just doesn't operate in that way. And also, the way I play myself, like, literally, you're not going to want to watch this. Like, I'll just be doing this. I'll be watching a YouTube video at the same time, and I'll just leave it there for, like, 20 minutes, and then I'll go back over it, and I'll be like, yeah, what was I doing? You know what? I don't really want to do that right now. I'm going to go off and do something different. I am very all over the place when I'm playing it on my own. Although it must be said, I play on my own very similar to how I'm doing this series, which is why I wanted to do this series like this. But what I did was I went to the, I think it's the Galgenberg 4x map. Now that map is absolutely glorious. It's got a 4.6 rating, 4.6 or 4.3, I think it might be 4.3. There's a reason for that. It's a really, really good map. It's absolutely amazing. It's glorious. It's wonderful. However, it wasn't quite what I wanted. You can't remove everything. You can't delete everything, which is kind of what I wanted. But for majority of you, I suspect that you will think that it's absolutely wonderful. And I really do love that map. I think it's amazing. I don't regret my choice for Thuringia, for the 4x map, for the time-lapse. That, I think, was the right choice between those two. So I'm quite pleased that we got that one rather than the Galgenberg map, because the Galgenberg map slightly less sandbox options than you do the Thuringia one. Right? That's the only difference. And to play it like this, like I'm doing here, with all this crazy stuff everywhere, is a lot more difficult. And so basically I got to a point where I was trying to sell a massive amount of stuff on that map, and I sold a massive amount of stuff, and it just made everything just bug out completely. Like, it really didn't like it. And then I tried to sell the main cattle yard, and it just crashed it completely. Now, I no doubt there will be some updates, because the 4x map is relatively new. If I press a button here, I can run a little bit faster. So yeah, there will be some updates to that map at some point. They're just not quite yet. But I thoroughly recommend it. I really do. It's an amazing map, and I have had fun playing it. Now, I was wondering about getting some more animals, so we can get income from fertilizer. At the moment, we've got 36,000 litres over here. If we go and have a look there, I believe... Yeah, see, fertilizer does kind of fluctuate a bit. I guess we could go... Let's get another trailer load, because we're not going to use that, and it is a nice high price at the moment. So we'll grab another trailer load out of there, and we'll go and sell that. So that'll be 45,000 litres of fertilizer that we sell. It's an extra little bit of money, and I'm going to spend all of that money on cows. We've got the food. We're producing the food, so I'm not too concerned about that. I would like to get greenhouses set up, but they're like 90 grand a piece, and we don't have that money right now, so we will aim to get that money a little bit later. So we can start working on the fertilizer. Straw, well, surplus straw, once we've got the cows filled up, we'll then be able to chuck surplus straw through the biogas plant. It's going to be perfect for that. Right, there's another lot in here. So I've now got 70 grand. We don't want to get the chickens yet. I mean, the chickens are like 1 million. So we need more money. And this focus on this one is going to be cows. So we want to get more cows. So let's bring you over here. And we'll tip that one out. Tip that one out. We'll unhitch that one. I need a bigger trailer. One of the bigger trailers that takes like 40,000. That would be really cool. So I don't technically need a mixer wagon if I'm using that big mixer over there. Like, I don't need this one at all. I mean, yes, technically I could use it to tip in, but I could just use a trailer. So I could sell that one in order to get the trailer that I want, but I can't remember if I've increased the tipping speed of the trailer. So these are the two trailers that I've got. There's this one here that goes up to 500 cubic meters. And this one here, so that's 500,000 litres. This one here is 2 million litres. This one here, the extension is 600,000 euros. And that's going to be more affordable for us at the moment. And that gives a 500,000 litre capacity, which is pretty good. I don't think we're going to need anything bigger than that for quite a while. And then this one is 2 million, but the extension costs 2 million. And there's only two options on these. Right, you got standard at 55,000, and you got the 2 million right there. So we wouldn't go for this one. We would go for this trailer right here. I'm just not sure if the tipping speed. I think the tipping speed on it is nice and high, which would be great. But the small version of that trailer, unfortunately, it's the same trailer that we're using right now. But the small, well, I think the small one is the same as the one that we're using right now. Let's just scroll back to it. This one right over here, the non-extension version. Oh, no, that's the 20. Yeah, that's actually smaller than the one that we're using right now. The extra large is a bigger trailer than what we're using right now. And it might actually tip faster. So we could sell this one and sell that trailer as well, and then we could buy another trailer instead, which I think might be a good idea. I think that might actually be a sensible move, because although the feed mixer is good, I don't actually think that we need it. Right? It doesn't make a lot of sense to me to keep this one any longer. So we will do this. This is our next move. We can take this one. I'm actually thinking, you know what, we will wait until morning to do this. So we're going to camp out here in the yard. I'm going to sleep in the tractor. A bit of an argument was said last night. And, well, quite frankly, things were said on both sides that we both now regret. But I ended up sleeping in the tractor. That's why I'm out here in the yard in the early morning. The tractor running, because it was really cold in the tractor last night. And you know how dark this game gets at night. This is brilliant. Look at this. This is fantastic. I love this. Right. I have got. Let's go and have a look. It's the milk that I wanted to see. That was the other one that we were wondering about. So I got some raw milk in here. There's like 2,000 litres left in there. That's fine. The premium potatoes, they're out of space. Okay, that's fine there. We got nothing in that one. This one over here, butter, cheese, that's just doing the distributing. That's what it's supposed to do. Materials missing. That one has run out, so we're going to deactivate. These two here, materials missing. We got no grass in here, so yeah, they can just stay running. I'll leave those. This one is making olive oil. That's distributing. Once that has filled all the way up, we'll spawn some of it out and we'll use it to make a bit of cash. And then this one is still making, and we've now got 200,000 litres in there, which is fantastic. The bread is still going. We've got a little bit in here. The butter is full. And so, generally speaking, things are looking up. Now, it's only this one, the mineral feed, this one distributing out here. That's it. And this, the bottled milk, that's now 16,000. I've got 8,000 litres of milk left, and that's 6. So that means that we have had some distribute out. So I'm just going to go to here and turn the lights on. Right, that's lights on full. There. And we're going to come over here. You know what? Let's just double check the cows have got some food. 53,000 litres of food per day is what they need. They got 69,000 at the moment. All right, so they're fine for food, which means that I can actually afford to speed the time up just until we can have some daylight around here, because I can't see my hand in front of my face. So while the daylight is racing over the horizon, we will... There we go. We'll go to about 10 o'clock, I think. Go to about 10 o'clock. Just past 10 o'clock. There we go. Right, so we'll leave it on... Well, let's go 10 times at the moment. And we will waltz up here in front of the door. And so we got 25,000 litre capacity on this one. We open that tank. We fill that one up. We close the tank. And then we take this over and dump out the milk. So how much capacity have I got in the actual milk factory? It's the bottled milk there. That's 100,000 litres. Right, so we fill the others up, then we fill that one up, don't we? And there should be a pallet out the front. There we go. That's a 25,000 litre pallet. That one is a 25,000 litre. I could actually start putting milk in all of these other places. This one here, like, we got pizzas being produced now, except that the pizza doesn't take milk. This one takes milk for the bread, so we can just make sure that that one is full. Right, how much do you take? Oh, exactly 25,000. Right, okay. That one takes 25,000. Donuts, they take 21,000 litres of milk when we get to filling them up. And this one over here still got 20,000 litres of milk in there. In the cat dairy, that's 250,000 to fill that one up. So we don't need to worry too much about that one just yet. The farm dairy over here, I wanted to keep that one full. That's about it. So it's the pancake production and the donuts and the cakes. That's the extras. And then we got the milk. So I'm on 57,000 euros right now. Why am I on 57? Oh, loan payments. Right. And we'll take a bit more in there. Right. 17,000 litres of milk. I'm going to run this over to the bottle plant. We'll do it through there. We'll go to the raw milk first, and we will top that one up. Something else that I was doing. So, like I said, I've been playing Farming Simulator. I've actually been playing Farming Simulator for me, for fun. It's not something I've done in a very, very long time, and I've really been enjoying it. It's brought back to me a love of the game that I've not sort of had in a very, very long time, and I'm really liking that. So I don't want to lose that. I really have been enjoying it. So let's see what we got over here. What are you? Oh, hang on. If I go there so I can pick it up. Okay, I forgot to adjust the weight on these pallets when I adjusted the... Because in the XML, it does actually set the weight of the pallets as well. Well, I think it does. Or else you just override the weight or something. But, yeah. There was a slight error, I believe. Because that is now telling me that that pallet is 25 tons. I got 25,000 litres of milk there, but it's 25 tons. Which means that when I have two of them, it's going to be 50 tons of milk right there. This is going to be brilliant. We're gonna let that accumulate a little bit. What is the good price for milk? This is gonna be fun. This is going to be fun. Right, let's go over to here. September is a good price for milk, and January is a good price for milk. So we're in November. That means we can leave it a little bit. Right, let's go and take this one. I want this trailer, and then I want to get the feed wagon on the back, and we're going to run these both up to the dealership. We're going to sell them both. We're going to buy the other trailer so that we can move stuff around the yard faster. At least I'm hoping that we should be able to move stuff around the yard faster. There we go. We can attach both of these. Get this up to the dealership, and I can just tip the stuff in with a trailer. Yes, I know in theory you would use the feed wagon to put the food in, because it's not just the fact that the feed wagon chucks the food out, but it also mixes the food at the same time. But it does it in like a long, tidy line for the cows to eat, and whereas with the trailer, it's just going to dump it in a great big, great big pile, and it's not really what you want. Am I going to get through there before the car? I am. The car stopped the zebra crossing there, which is brilliant. It's very good of him. Top marks for driving sensibly. Let's go over here. So I want the cat silo king right there. We will repaint that one, and we will sell that one for 40,000 euros. And then this one, repaint, yes, and also repair. I'll sell that one for almost 14,000 euros. So I've now got 107,000 euros, which is a lot of money. So I'm going to go with the TARDIS one for now, because this one here, with the expansion, is 500,000, which would be great, but I don't want that one. At the moment, the 35,000 without the extension is, so 55,000, it's got 35,000 litre capacity. That's pretty good. As far as I'm concerned, that's pretty good. We're going to go with, going to go with a dark green right there, and we're going to go with light green offset, and then we're going to take the rim is going to be JCB yellow. I like that. I think that's good. Let's get that one. There we go. Right. We will have you, and right, there is another thing that I want to get as well, which is a fertilizer spinner. Now, at the moment, I have got a fertilizer spinner, which is this one right here. It's 42 meter width, and we can go up to 38 kilometers an hour. But 42 meter width, I want more than that. I want more than this. I think that's probably loaded at the moment, so we'll just leave that a second. You know what? It doesn't matter. I can't be bothered to go and get it and bring it up here either. So I'm just going to sell it right there, even though we could have gotten more if we'd done it another way. And I'm going to go in here. Yeah, I know. I go to all the trouble of trying to save money here and there, and then I do something like that. I've just lost several thousand, probably. I fully accept that. Fertilizer spreaders, and then if we go into... yeah, there. Okay, so this one is still only 4,000 litres. The main colour, I can now choose whatever main colour that I want. I always do want to... I like having a lot of pink machinery. But I also know that a lot of you really, really don't like the pink machinery, so I'm going to leave it. Now, I can go 50 kilometers an hour with this, so I'm going to buy that one. That's 617,000 euros. So I'm going to lease it. I will change the capacity on it, but there's something that I want to show you with this fertilizer spinner, right? And I might end up changing it and using a different one. I'm just going to bring that back round here. Now, I got 30 grand left, so we can still afford to buy a couple of cows. Now, that's got 4,000 litres there. I'm going to go in here, and I'm just going to buy 4 bags of fertilizer. And I'm going to fill this one up a sec. 4,000 litres, all fully locked and loaded and ready to go. So, what I want to show you. We start doing the fertilizer spreading, and you can see... there is the width. Now, you can see that fertilizer is actually running away pretty quickly from me. I'm not quite sure where exactly it's going out to, but I'm guessing here we're kind of on the right track. I'm going to run down here like this, and then we will spin around in a circle because I haven't actually done anything else down there, and I'll switch it off. Right. So I've used up nearly half the tank on there. Excuse me. Used up nearly half the tank. And you can see here, right? Really wide spread. Should be spreading at around 125 meters wide. And what I've been trying to do is to get it so that... so I haven't altered the speed that the fertilizer uses up. It should use up at a set rate, which is why it's using up so quickly. And that bit is great. That's exactly what I want it to do. I want it to use up at a kind of realistic rate so that we are at least using the fertilizer, that is as intended. That's exactly what I want it to do. But what I also wanted it to do was the spreading pattern that you can see is still the original fertilizer spreading pattern. There's still the original spreader pattern, which I don't want. I don't want this at all. I don't want this spreader pattern. I want it to actually have a pattern that is as wide as what it is, and I cannot get that to change. I've tried all sorts. Loads of different little bits of code that I've played around with. I've had some advice and help from a guy on our Discord. Is actually, if I got that on here, let me see. I think it's this one. But it might not be. But anyway, there's a guy on our Discord, and he's done a few mods. He's called Death Pledge, and he actually has a few mods around. I think there's some links to some of his stuff on our Discord as well. So he's had some experience, and he's taken a look at the code, and he's sort of... So he's made a few suggestions that I've looked at, and I can't get it to work at the moment. I can't get the visual spreading pattern behind this spreader to match the 125 meter wide pattern that I've got it actually spreading at, which is a little bit frustrating for me because I'd like the fertilizer to sort of be covering. We've missed a little bit there. It really doesn't matter. A little tiny bit like that. So it's a bit frustrating to me that I can't get it to fully cooperate with what I want. However, overall, unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.